Archangel Michael says, the wind has changed direction near your home, and something invisible just passed through your hallway. There is a message coming through time, carried by a soul who can't rest until you know what was never spoken. You may want to sit down, because what's about to be revealed will tear open your heart. Something connected to your father's spirit has begun moving in your room. Not everyone will understand what it means when certain objects fall, or when the same number keeps appearing on your screen. But you are different, because the message was meant for you from the very beginning. Last night, your father's spirit was allowed to travel between realms, only for a short while, and he chose to come closer. Not to frighten you, but to finally say what he never could when his lips were silenced. The moment you read these words, a connection forms, and you'll feel it. He saw everything you did after he passed, every tear, every broken moment, every whispered word you thought no one heard. Your prayers reached him, even the angry ones you screamed into your pillow. Now, he's returning something he took to the grave. Type Amen to get blessing 333. He's been watching you hold back your pain like a warrior hiding wounds. Your strength fooled others, but not him. He says your silence is the heaviest scream he's ever heard. The letter he never gave you is now in the hands of a stranger. This person didn't know it was your father's final gift, hidden beneath an old drawer, sealed with a tape that smells faintly of the cologne he always wore. But they've opened it, and what they read shook them to tears. Inside the letter is a truth you were never prepared to hear. A confession that explains why your life always felt like it was missing something. A truth about your bloodline and a woman your father could never name aloud. Type Amen to get blessing 707. There is a photograph folded inside that letter, but the faces are torn, except one. It's you. Your father wrote, "If you are reading this, then I'm gone. And you must know what I buried before it buried me." Archangel Michael says, not all love stories end with kisses. Some end with heartbreak that leaves echoes across generations. Your father's choices built invisible walls, and now you are standing in front of the gate. He wrote about the night he first heard your heartbeat from the hospital hallway, pacing, terrified. He wasn't just scared of fatherhood, he was scared of the past catching up. What he did next will make you stop breathing for a moment. Type Amen to get blessing 199. Before you were even born, someone tried to erase you. A family member made a decision in secret to cut you out, not from life, but from legacy. Your father protected you, but to do so, he had to lie. He carried that weight until it broke him. He chose silence instead of speaking the truth because he thought it was the only way to keep you safe. But now, safety lies in your knowing. The person you call Aunt was not just watching over you, she was watching for something. Because she knew the day would come when your father's hidden truth would arrive like a thunderclap through a quiet day. That day is now. Type Amen to get blessing 585. He wrote your name over and over in that letter, as if each stroke of the pen could hold you in his arms. He apologized for missing the day you needed him most. He saw you crying that night after graduation, and he says, "You looked for me in the crowd. I was there." But it gets deeper. There's a name mentioned in the letter that he circled 3 times. A name you never heard before but will soon discover through a phone call or a stranger's slip of the tongue. That person is still alive. That person knows a different version of your father, one you never met. And soon, they will reach out. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Your father admits he kept 2 lives. One that everyone saw and the other that he prayed would never come to light. But heaven no longer allows secrets to sit quietly. There's a voice recording on an old device, a tape recorder he hid in a wooden box behind the attic wall. A neighbor heard something moving up there last week, but they ignored it. That box is glowing with spiritual energy right now. The voice on the tape will not only change your memories, it will change your identity. Because he left behind not just stories, but proof of something he never had the courage to say out loud. You were his second chance at becoming a good man. Type Amen to get blessing 444. A gold ring wrapped in cloth was placed beneath the floorboards under his side of the bed. That ring was meant to be passed to you the day you turned 21. But someone intercepted that moment. Archangel Michael says, the person who interfered is still in your life, smiling, acting as if they know nothing. But the time is near when their mask will drop. And when it does, you will feel your father's presence wrap around you like a shield. He never wanted to leave. He fought in silence for so long. But even death couldn't stop his final act of love. Type Amen to get blessing 121. He wrote about a dream he had, the same one every week before he passed. A storm would come, and in the middle of the lightning, he saw your face shining. He said, "She is the light I was too dark to hold." Now, in his spirit form, he's fighting to correct what was broken. The truth he hid is roaring like thunder across the spiritual sky. He cannot rest until you hear everything. There's a will that was rewritten before his final breath, but someone replaced it. The original is still hidden inside a painting. The one you thought was just an old, dusty piece of wall art actually holds your real inheritance. Type Amen to get blessing 292. You were supposed to receive something more than words. Something that would have changed your path 5 years ago. The delay wasn't accidental, it was intentional. The one who blocked it will come to you soon, pretending to be helpful. Archangel Michael warns, do not trust that person with anything right now. They've been paid to keep quiet, but their greed is breaking the silence. And the moment they speak, the world around you will start to shift. Because that inheritance isn't just money, it's your rightful place in a legacy that was stolen before you could even walk. Type Amen to get blessing 656. Your father said, "Tell her I loved her more than life, but I didn't know how to show it." He watched you walk away from people who never deserved your loyalty. He's proud of you, but also begging for forgiveness. He wanted to hold your hand one last time. So tonight, when you sleep, his spirit will visit in the form of a dream that feels more real than anything you've experienced. Watch for the light. Watch for the word, home. You'll hear him call you by a childhood nickname only he used. That's how you'll know it's really him. He'll whisper the next step. Type Amen to get blessing 313. There's more to come. A voice message saved in an old mobile phone still in the drawer of your father's belongings. You may have forgotten about it, but that phone is about to ring on its own. What it says will shake you. It will make you cry. But it will also free you. His last words were meant to be heard now, not then. Because now you are strong enough to carry the truth. And the moment you do, blessings that have been delayed will fall like rain. Type Amen to get blessing 848. He mentioned a place in the voice message, a location only you two shared, a small corner of your childhood that no one else truly understood. It could be the tree behind the old house, or the bench near the lake where he once waited for you in silence. That place is calling you again, because something was left there, wrapped in fabric and time. Your name, carved faintly into the wood, still remains. But beneath it, in the ground, there's something more, a letter sealed in plastic, buried by hands that trembled. He wanted to go back and dig it out before he died, but he never made it. Archangel Michael says, that moment wasn't missed. It was preserved for this exact day. You will find it when your feet take you there without knowing why. That pull you feel, it's not coincidence. It's divine alignment. Type Amen to get blessing 909. Someone close to your father, a friend he never introduced to you, will soon reach out. They kept something hidden for years out of loyalty, but now, their dreams are haunted until they tell you the truth. This person is elderly and may not live long, but they carry your father's final request. He begged them to guard it with their life, until you were ready. And now, that readiness is written across your spirit like fire. You've passed the final spiritual test, and the veil is lifting. There's a message in a book your father never finished. Flip to page 84, and you'll see 3 words underlined in red ink. They were meant to trigger your memory, and they will. Type Amen to get blessing 444. He also mentioned your tears. He saw you crying in the bathroom, away from everyone. He wanted to be the hand on your back, the voice in the silence, but the barrier of death kept him from doing more than watching. But the rules are changing now. Heaven has given your father a rare permission, to walk by your side during the coming days of revelation. You may feel cold air, flickering lights, or smell something familiar. This is him. He left signs that you missed, the feather on your windowsill, the coin you stepped over twice, the old song that played on the radio at 3 a.m. He's saying, I never left. I just shifted form. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. You are about to meet someone who was deeply connected to your father before you were even born. This person holds a photograph that includes you, but you were just an infant in their arms. They will tremble when they see you again because your face hasn't changed in their memory. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to. They'll say your father spoke of you constantly. That you were his redemption. That every time he failed, he whispered your name as his prayer. Archangel Michael says, the pain you carry in your chest is not weakness, it's inherited. It's the echo of all the truths your father buried under his strength. But now, your healing begins. Type Amen to get blessing 727. Your father also revealed a betrayal in his letter. A relative he trusted with everything turned their back on him in his final hours. They knew the truth and chose to hide it from you, for selfish gain. But nothing hidden stays buried forever. The documents are coming to light. And when they do, your name will be cleared, your blessings unlocked, and your father's voice will echo through the world. That's my child. That's my legacy. A stranger will tell you something that will seem impossible at first. But you'll feel it in your soul, it will align perfectly with everything you're reading now. Prepare. Type Amen to get blessing 511. You've always felt different, like you were walking through life with something unfinished. That missing piece was your father's words. And now, they're pouring out like water breaking through a dam. He never blamed you. He blamed himself. And in his final breath, he called your name with a voice heavy with regret. Archangel Michael says, redemption is coming to your bloodline because of you. The chain of silence is breaking, and your voice will become the key. You are the turning point for generations before and after you. Type Amen to get blessing 393. You'll soon receive a message, either through a letter, email, or unexpected conversation. It will confirm everything this divine message is telling you now. And when it happens, your heart will feel both broken and healed at the same time. Do not ignore the signs anymore. That dream you had 3 nights ago? It wasn't fiction, it was the beginning. Your father was in it, watching from a distance because he didn't yet have permission to speak. But now he does. And this message is his voice. Speaking not just to your ears, but to your soul. Type Amen to get blessing 212. He remembers your first words. He remembers how you looked up at him like he was the safest place in the world. He says that memory was his anchor during the darkest days of his life, and even after death, he holds onto it like a flame in a cold storm. The night he passed, something strange happened in your home. A photograph shifted slightly on the wall. A light flickered for no reason. That wasn't a glitch, it was his presence trying to say goodbye. But the goodbye never reached you. There were too many things unsaid. So now, through this message, through divine alignment, he's finally speaking everything you deserve to hear. Type Amen to get blessing 616. He wants you to stop carrying guilt. The moments you've replayed in your mind, wondering if you could have done more, changed something, spoken differently, he's telling you, let it go. You were more than enough. Archangel Michael says, your father's soul isn't trapped. It's watching over you, walking beside you, making sure no harm comes near. Every time you've narrowly escaped something bad, that was him shielding you from behind the veil. The reason you felt so tired lately, so emotionally heavy, is because his spirit has been pouring memories into you, trying to prepare you for this exact revelation. Now that you've accepted it, the burden will lift. Type Amen to get blessing 484. There's a piece of jewelry you have, or will soon receive, that belonged to him. It holds his energy. When you wear it, you'll feel a sudden calmness, like a soft wind brushing your skin. That's his love reaching you. He says there's a letter he hid, addressed to you, but he never got to send it. Someone has it in their possession and they've been scared to deliver it, fearing what the truth may cause. But soon, their fear will be overtaken by divine pressure, they will give it to you. Inside that envelope is not just a message, but a map, his guide for you to finish the mission he never could. A mission involving justice, legacy, and the reclaiming of your name. Type Amen to get blessing 989. The world has tried to define you by pain. But your Father says you were born for something greater. Every moment you suffered built strength in your spirit that will now be used for divine elevation. Someone will try to stop you from uncovering this truth. They will lie. They will distract. But nothing will be able to block what's coming to you now. The spiritual world is on your side. Archangel Michael is clearing paths, removing liars, exposing the false, and elevating the true. You are no longer in the shadows. Type Amen to get blessing 757. Your Father said, "Tell them I loved them more than I knew how to say." That sentence alone was written 3 times in the letter. Each time underlined, each time shakier than the last. He was crying while writing it. He wanted to see your future. He wanted to walk you down the aisle, hold your children, watch your dreams unfold. But even though his body is gone, his spirit insists on being part of everything that's coming next. You will soon meet someone who will speak a phrase only your father used. That's how you'll know the spirit realm is speaking through them. Your Father is choosing this messenger carefully. Type Amen to get blessing 131. He wants you to know this isn't the end. It's the beginning of a new chapter, one that finally makes sense of the confusion you carried for years. The puzzle pieces are falling into place, and what's forming is more beautiful than you ever imagined. He saw the pain of your childhood. The nights you felt invisible. The days you pretended to be strong. He wept every time your heart broke, and now he wants you to weep one last time, but this time, not from sorrow, from release. This is your moment of truth. Your moment of freedom. Your moment of divine connection. Type Amen to get blessing 505. He says your destiny was always greater than the silence that surrounded your childhood. You were meant to rise beyond the pain, beyond the broken pieces he left behind. And now, you are stepping into the light he prayed you would find one day. There is one more person who knows the full truth, someone your father trusted with everything. They have stayed quiet out of fear, out of loyalty, or confusion. But the time has come for them to speak, and when they do, it will bring closure like a thunderclap on a still night. Archangel Michael says, you were chosen to break generational cycles. Your father's hidden love, the words he swallowed, and the pain he carried are no longer yours to bear alone. They are being lifted, by heaven's hand and by the force of divine timing. Type Amen to get blessing 373. You will feel your Father again during a moment you least expect. A song will come on, and it will be His song. The air will shift, and the memory will flood your heart like a river breaking free from ice. When that happens, stop everything. Close your eyes. And just listen. That's Him. That's His way of saying, "You heard me. You finally heard me." He wants you to live your life now without the shadow of unspoken pain. Without wondering why He never said the things you needed to hear. He's saying them now, through every line of this divine message. Type Amen to get blessing 202. He knew the world wouldn't make it easy for you. He knew some people in the family would betray your heart. That's why He made sure this message would find you exactly when it would matter most. A journal he wrote in before his passing is still somewhere in his belongings. It has a red ribbon bookmark and pages that hold his final prayers for you. You'll be led to it soon. And when you find it, it will feel like His hands guiding yours, turning each page with you. His Spirit will rest easier once you read those words. Type Amen to get blessing 939. There's an inheritance beyond money waiting. You may feel overwhelmed right now. But that's because this message is shifting your entire emotional foundation. It's healing what was never allowed to be spoken. You will cry, and you should. Because in those tears, your Father is wrapping His arms around your soul. He's finally saying, "I'm proud of you. I never stopped loving you. I'm still right here." Type Amen to get blessing 1111. This message isn't fiction. It's your confirmation. Every spiritual signal you've felt, every chill, every number, every song, every flicker of light, was your Father reaching out. You were not abandoned. You were protected. You were not forgotten. You were treasured. You were not left behind. You were being prepared. Type Amen to get blessing 808. Now that you know the truth, walk forward with your head high. A wave of blessings is already forming behind this truth. Your Father's love is no longer a memory, it's a shield, a whisper, a force walking beside you. Let this message become your turning point. Let this be the day you finally stop searching for the words He couldn't say. He has said them now. And heaven has witnessed every word. Type Amen to get blessing 17.